We have been conditioned to view joint pain and stiffness as a simple mechanical failure, the inevitable result of too many miles on our knees or years of wear and tear. A healthy joint is built to withstand that pressure. It relies on bright, pristine collagen fibers that act like high-tensile elastic bands, while specialized builder cells called osteoblasts continuously reinforce the bone structure underneath. However, recent metabolic research has identified a more pervasive catalyst for chronic joint destruction: the presence of sustained high blood sugar and systemic insulin resistance. When the body is flooded with more energy than it can utilize, the pancreas attempts to force that excess glucose into already full cells. This creates a physiological traffic jam, causing surplus sugar to seep into the surrounding connective tissues. The chronic stiffness experienced by millions of patients marks the final stage of this internal nutrient overload, a chemical process that actively dissolves the joint's structural integrity from within. As sugar and fat saturate the bone and joint tissues, the local cells experience intense endoplasmic reticulum stress. The internal machinery of the cell shuts down under the sheer volume of incoming nutrients. This state is known as glucotoxicity. Overwhelmed, the cells become fully resistant to insulin, refusing to accept any more energy from the bloodstream. The surplus glucose drifts through the joint space, binding to healthy collagen proteins. This permanent chemical fusion is known as glycation. This reaction changes the physical properties of the tissue. Much like corrosive acid turning fresh rubber into brittle, rusted cables, the collagen loses its ability to stretch. Once this chemical rusting takes hold, the joint matrix loses the shock-absorbing properties required to support daily movement. This femur cross-section highlights damage from sustained hyperglycemia. Inside the bone matrix, excess sugar causes intracellular sorbitol accumulation. This fatal imbalance causes osteoblasts to suffer cellular death, while osteoclasts go into overdrive, increasing bone resorption and weakening the overall structure. As these cells die, the immune system detects a localized crisis. It triggers an alarm, flooding the joint capsule with pro-inflammatory cytokines to clear the damage. Over time, this inflammation enters a chronic fibrotic phase. The remaining cartilage dries out and is replaced by thick, rigid scar tissue. While the inflammatory response is meant to be defensive, it ultimately locks in the joint stiffness and guarantees long-term degradation. Eventually, the joint reaches a physical breaking point. Under the pressure of walking or standing, the brittle, glycated collagen fibers begin to crack, snap, and grind together. This structural failure links microscopic glycation directly to clinical complications like osteoporosis and profound, irreversible joint degradation. Much of the glucose driving this process enters our system through these external triggers: refined starches and added sugars that spike blood sugar levels instantly. We also import these compounds directly through our cooking methods. Frying chicken or potatoes at high temperatures creates advanced glycation end-products, or AGEs, meaning we ingest the same rusting compounds that stiffen our joints. Diets high in processed carbohydrates and fried foods represent the most direct route to stiffening the skeletal system from the inside out. This degenerative process can be halted. Targeted metabolic intervention allows the body to clear the metabolic traffic jam and mitigate the chemical damage. The primary goal is to lower the dietary glycemic load. By maintaining a stable baseline, as shown in this chart, we stop the influx of excess sugar and end the cycle of glycation. Replacing refined carbohydrates with foods that improve insulin sensitivity reduces systemic oxidative stress. This shift allows the body's natural defense systems to move away from chronic scarring and back toward active structural repair. Protecting our skeletal system requires addressing the underlying metabolic syndrome. True joint health begins with what we choose